Hey guys, so it is Wednesday afternoon. I know my vlog just went up this morning, but it's like the first full day of the sun and it's glorious. I was already scheduled to be off to go dove hunting with my dad this weekend in Austin. Yeah, that's not happening because at this point he still can't get out of his town. And I can't get down there, and I feel like there's ways, like, I feel like there's, it's hard to get to Austin. Let's just leave it at that. Also, pretty sure all this rain drove all the dove out of Texas, so we would literally just be walking around in fields with guns, which, I mean, is fun, because there's, you know, piles of dirt to shoot at, but so. So before the temperatures by this weekend are supposed to be back up in the 90s, but it's in the high 70s, low 80s right now. So I decided to come out and KonMari my garage a little bit. So I thought I would just, let me flip you around and you can see the situation. It drives me insane. I just need more organization, and I kind of want to get rid of one of my shelves and then eventually at some point replace one of my shelves because it's crap. But anyways, you'll see. So there's my truck in the driveway. So on this side of my garage, I have my lawn art, which sometimes blocks the sensor. So I need to either find a better place for that or just stack it better. Not sure, haven't figured it out. We have some fire stick wood for my little campfire, my little fire pit in my backyard that I have, and some random tubs and some ice chests. Really need to look through those because I don't know how I inherited large ice chests. I'm pretty sure neither of them were originally mine. This is where I keep my water. We're having the house painted in October, and then the shutters that I repainted will go back up on the house. Some extra tile from having tile work done, miscellaneous stuff, pet carriers, miscellaneous stuff. And then this is all of the Christmas, Halloween, and random shit. More shutters, table and chairs, old fish tank that's, yeah. I really want to get rid of these old doors. They're track doors that go to one of my rooms, but they haven't been up in years. My dad wants to keep them though, in case we ever sell the house and want to put the track doors back up, because it's one less thing to buy. So I just leave them in the corner. I'm probably going to keep this tree that I made, but I'm probably going to get rid of this one. And then this is like random supplies. So this is like my extra cat beds, my, you know, shopping bags, extra towels and things like that, extra Ziplocs and cleaning supplies and trash things, and empty tubs from going through stuff in the house, that washer, dryer, laundry area. Then this thing that they built a workbench around, it's a piece of crap, but I am going to start utilizing the drawers for stuff. I organized my tools pretty well last summer. I bought all these organization things, and I really did actually do a good job of that. I do need to dust, and I need to finish cleaning off the table. But other than that, this side is not that bad. Just need to go through the drawers and make sure they're either empty, and if they're not empty, do I need that item? More bags for like grocery shopping and stuff, so I need to go through all of them and see which ones are worth keeping. These are some crafting kit stuff that I don't want or need. Don't really know if I want that anymore. That is a Bud Light sign that's going to go up in outside. We don't use this. I don't know where this needs to go. My dad doesn't want it, but he doesn't want me to get rid of it. So it just sits here. This is a bookshelf that I need to finish spray painting this pink color, and then I need to spray paint this, and those are going to go into the two of the guest bedrooms. and then my tools. So it's essentially this, which I want to I want to get rid of this. I want to try and make all of this and that come together so that way I don't have to have that. So that's okay. So as you can see, I didn't organize those, but I will. Swept underneath there, organized this, got rid of some stuff. I actually pulled a few random items off of here, but not enough to make a difference, but a few things. I've cleared off everything off of this except this bottom row, which that's a bowling bag. That has some dishes in it, and that is some random stuff that I'm pretty sure I can literally just get rid of. And that is an extra cat litter box because I used to have 3 out, and now I only have 2. So this is becoming a reality that I can get rid of this shelf, or maybe put it out like in my shed or something and use it out in my shed. I moved my cat beds up here just because it's easier to get to. Then over here whenever I need extra ones. Organized, you know, some of my cleaning stuff. Cleared this off a little bit more. Put my towels over here because that's an easier place to get to them. So I have this to throw away and all of this to donate. I took some recycling out and I swept. I've only been out here for an hour and a half. You can already tell like I am a cherry tomato. It's not that hot out here for most people, but for me it's excruciatingly hot. So I'm gonna stop doing this for today. I may do a little bit more in the morning, like organizing my yard art and doing a few last things. But the reason why I want to get rid of the shelf that's underneath my bike, just because it's like, why? You can easily access stuff. I like to park my truck in here, and my truck takes up the entire garage, literally. I'm not kidding. And you can see like my truck comes in and the front of it touches this, so it's actually like bent it in the back. So whenever my truck is in here, this is actually kind of in the way, and it makes me nervous. And if my truck is in the garage, if I need any of these items, I can't get to them. I have to move my truck to get to them, and it's just a hassle. So, you know, and the less storage that you have, the less stuff you can keep around, cluttering things, right? That's where I'm going with that basically also. So my biggest task now though is going to be the decoration stuff, but like I said, I'm gonna work on that as I actually decorate, because basically if I'm not willing to put it out in my house this season, I don't need it anymore. Because I decorate my house pretty much the same every year. So if I leave anything in the boxes for Halloween, probably don't need it anymore. Same thing for Christmas. I just need to have less. The memories of having it since I was a kid isn't necessarily what's important. That's not what's important. So, anyways, I'm proud of my progress in an hour and a half, and I'm going to do a little bit, I'm going to finish what I can in here in the morning whenever it's much cooler, and then whenever I go to Home Depot to buy the extra paint that I need to finish the room tomorrow, as far as painting goes, I will take the stuff that I've pulled to donate, I will take it to donate. So I'm excited about that. So now I'm going to go inside and shower and clean up so I can do a load of laundry. And then I'll do some more cleaning this afternoon before my friend Tracy comes over tonight, because it's Wednesday, so it's one of our TV nights. I'm gonna do some like light cleaning before she comes over. And then whenever she gets here, I'm just gonna relax for the rest of the day because I deserve it, right? See y'all soon. guys, so it's Friday. Thursday, yesterday, I was home from work. I did laundry and I recorded 2 videos, which are now both live, so that's awesome. But I started getting a headache, so as far as productivity goes, big old goose egg. Like, I didn't even stitch yesterday. But I did talk to my dad last night after I had recorded my video, and they were able to go into my grandmother's house and start clearing more out, clearing it out. They started cutting the sheetrock in half and pulling the ruined sheetrock so that could start to be replaced. They started pulling out baseboards and getting rid of the furniture that can't be saved, like the couches and stuff like that, and pulling out like the carpet and things like that. And they're over there today doing more prep work for rebuilding. So that's awesome. And update on my aunt, she still cannot get into her house and it still has water in it. But today, I'm just out running errands. I've already gone and paid rent, which is amazing, because I'm always super late on that. Luckily my dad doesn't yell at me. But, so I've already paid rent. I've gone to Home Depot to get a little bit more, like a pint of the color that I'm painting that room, just that way I know that I have enough and have a little bit extra, because it is the color of my other guest bedroom, so it's nice to have extra because I need to do a few touch-ups in there. And I just went to Hobby Lobby. I'm gonna have to do a haul whenever I get home for you. I bought some fabric and I bought 7 new dye colors that I'm pretty excited about, because I'm going to dye several things today that are for projects that I want to start. So I'm so excited. And then I don't know if I'm going to use all the colors today in the stuff that I dye, but I wanted to have them for in the near future, because I do want them for some future projects. So I just went ahead and got the dye. And I'm about to go to the grocery store. I still have plenty of stuff, but I need the stuff for like this week. So I'm going to get like some chicken. And today is my friend Tracy's birthday, so she's gonna come over tonight, and I think I'm gonna do like a low-key kind of like fajita night. So we're gonna do, I'm gonna get a package of chicken fajita meat, and I'm gonna get some onions and jalapenos to saute to put in the tacos, and I have plenty of tortillas and cheese, and I'm gonna get tomatoes and stuff like that, and I'm gonna make my Mexican rice. And what else? We're gonna just like we'll probably like graze marathon to like early in the morning and stitch, and then tomorrow we're gonna hang out and cross stitch and probably also do a graze marathon, because she's in the middle of season 10. I got her to the winter break of season 10, so I'm trying to get her caught up as fast as possible before season 14 starts. But I'm gonna watch season 14 as it comes out. And if she's not caught up yet, I'm just going to save the episodes on my DVR, and then whenever she gets caught up, we'll do them then. Obviously I'll watch them again, because that's like literally that's like my favorite show out of everything that I watch. What else? I need to do a few more things in my garage. I almost have that shelf cleaned off, and then I'm gonna move it to my shed, and I think I'm gonna have my my friend's son is doing my yard nowadays, and so I'm going to see if he'll help me move it to my shed, because I don't know if I can move it on my own. We'll see. But that was a big goal of mine, so that's pretty exciting. Let's see. What else? So yeah, gonna go and get stuff for her birthday. Also, I told her, I said, I'm just going to get you gift cards. I'm not going to get you stuff, because she's doing the KonMari method in her house. So I'm going to get her a Container Store gift card, because she said that she wanted one, and she said that she wanted a grocery store gift card. So I'm going to get her those, and I got her a small little cross stitch kit that I think she'll really like. So yeah, anyways, update. I'll see y'all later. Okay, so I've done a few things, but here is my Hobby Lobby haul. I got a 30 by 36 16 count Aida. I'm going to dye this for my Barbara Ann Great and Small. I'm excited about that. I got two 16 count 12 by 18s to dye, and I'm gonna do one of them in orange and like tan for the Lakeside Halloween that I was talking about in my September plans video. And I'm gonna do one of them in green and black for the Stony Creek Spooky Halloween banner. And then I also got an 18 count 15 by 18. I just want to dye it. And then I got two little gifts for friends. In my stash, I had these. I had two 12 by 18s. I think I'm just going to randomly dye those. And then I also had a 16 count 15 by 18 that I'm going to do in some blues for the Lakeside Needlecrafts Under the Sea SAO. The dyes that I got I got black, wine, so excited for these, pearl gray, this is one that I've been wanting for a while, sterling blue. I didn't have any like lighter blues that wasn't aquamarine or aquamarine for my Great and Small. I got tan, which I'm pretty excited about, and I got apple green, so I'm pretty excited about those. So I'm gonna just go like on a dye fest, basically, is what I'm gonna do. So I'll maybe I'll record some of it, so we'll see. So I found this little guy. He hopped in through my front door. He's so sweet. But I'm going to put him back outside because I don't want Potter to eat him. It is now Sunday morning. I've been so bad about vlogging this weekend. So Friday night, my friend came over, I made dinner, and that was great. We watched Grays for a couple of hours before going to sleep. I decided to start my Creatures All Great and Small. All creatures great and small. I feel like I just said that in a different way, because it's too cute not to start. What is this? It hurts. So I went ahead and started that, and I got the ring around the center where you put your initials and like the date. And then Saturday, literally, so I didn't really record anything on Saturday except for whenever we went to the steakhouse for my friend's birthday, just because it's an old plantation house, so I took some video there. But I woke up, took a shower, went and got us breakfast because I was originally going to make breakfast tacos, and then I was like, Shipley's. So went and got some Shipley's donuts because best donuts that you can get here ever. If you're from, I don't know if Shipley's is anywhere else other than Texas. It might be. Let me know down below. I think it's more of a southern thing though. If it is, I could totally be wrong. But if you're in Texas, you definitely know what Shipley's is. They're amazing. So anyway, so I went and I got some just donuts from there. So we ate, and then we had a Grey's Anatomy marathon. So I stitched on All Creatures some more, and what else? Oh, in the middle of the day we went to Target because I needed a few things. And she wanted to get a few things, so we did that, and then we came back and we watched more Grays before getting ready to go to dinner. And then we came back and we watched some more Grays, and I stitched some more. So anyways, I almost have the center medallion done. I had to chart my initials and then the year, and I know that you're supposed to put the year that you finish it in, but this is like my first like big sampler. Obviously it's not my biggest piece that I have, that's my Haid, but this will be, aside from the Harry Potter sampler, which is 1 foot by 3 foot, this will be like one of the biggest pieces that I have started. I have another really big one started. I'm trying to think of what it is. Oh, the Satsuma Street. It's going to be a pretty decent size. Anyways, the Zodiac one. Anyways, I digress. So I almost have the full center medallion done. I got to the very last green for like leaves, and I couldn't make it. It was almost midnight, and I was like, oh, just gotta lay down, because I've been up since like 7, so understandable. So I charted my initials, and then for the year I put 1986. So I messaged I messaged Brittany and Michelle, and I said, I know that you're supposed to put the year that you finish it in or started in or whatever. I said, but I don't really want to do that. I kind of want to put 1986 because I was like, one, I don't want to wait, and two, it's about being created great and small, and that's whenever I was created great and small. So anyways, I put 1986, and I kind of think it's like funny because, you know, many moons down the line, they're gonna be like, oh, she stitched this in 1986 whenever I was 0. And then, so today I'm gonna be really productive. This is gonna be like my most productive day of the weekend. Yesterday morning while we were watching Grey's, I did forget about this. Yesterday morning while I was watching Grey's with my friend, I went through those boxes that have been in the living room. So those are finally finished being gone through, which is exciting. I kind of already want to go back through it though and be like, did I really want to keep this? And I might do that as I like put the stuff away. But we also yesterday took, oh my gosh, some of the donations that I gathered from the garage and then the ones that I already had inside of my house. We took all of that. So a fair amount was like the whole back seat was filled and part of the truck bed was filled. So took all of that and donated it. So that was good. So I've gotten that stuff out, and I have a box that was started, but it's not full yet. So of possibly breakable things. So anyways, I'm waiting on that. I have another box that we just couldn't fit in the car, and then a bag started as well. So we'll see. I got to take that stuff too. So anyways, I was slightly productive yesterday, but today I have a little bit left in the garage to do, so I'm gonna finish to be able to move that shelf. So I'm gonna finish that shelf because that's like my main goal, and I don't think I'm gonna take it outside quite yet. I think I'm just going to move it out from where it is. And I think I'm going to block my side door that goes out in the backyard because I don't use that side door very much. And if I need to use it, the shelf with nothing on it is pretty light. So I should be able to like just move it to be able to use the door. Because I'm not putting anything back on it, not right now. Because my goal is to get rid of the wooden shelving unit that's kind of like not built properly and get another one of the gorilla shelves, and then there would be enough room for that little one to be on the end by itself for taller items because it's more spaced out. So that's where I'm headed with that. But I'm almost done with that, so I want to do it while it's still kind of cool outside because it is getting back up in the 90s here. Unfortunately, those days of the 70s were really nice, but you know, we could have done with that without all the rain, but with rain. All right, so, and then I'm going to do that, and then my other goal is to get that bedroom finished painting. I did go and get the more paint Friday, so I want to finish painting in there so that way I can hang the stuff back up and move, like disperse the furniture again so it's not like all stuck in the center of the room, and really get that kind of like finished. So that would be good. And then I had another decent goal for today. Because I'm pretty much done KonMariing everything else, I need to finish the sewing room closet. Ugh, don't want to do that. But that's another goal. But then I'm also going to bring the tubs of photos, which is going to be the last and probably the biggest category for KonMari for me, because I have my photos from like college and high school, my family's photos, a big chunk of them anyways, not all of them, which sounds even crazier. And then I have all my grandparents' photos. So I need to go through them and cull the ones that are just like landscapes that nobody knows what the hell they are anymore or whatever. And like my grandmother was really weird and she took pictures of people at their funerals. Those are all getting chunked because I can't control what people did back in the day. Anyways, and then the ones that I'm going to keep, I want to have like a keep. I'm going to, if I, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to have 2 piles. All of them are going to get scanned, but I want to have a scan and get rid of and a scan and a keep because I want to make one really nice book with some of my grandparents' ones, some of my parents' ones, and some of mine, obviously, but I want to keep only the good ones and like really put a lot of effort into the book. So that's going to be a project because then I've got to scan everything in, but I don't know. Maybe I'll bring my printer scanner into the living room so that way it's not so lonely. I can do that whenever like friends are over or something, so I can be productive but also be social. Anyways, this is a long catch up. So I got the shelf moved over here to right here because I'm hoping that I can get another one of these to put here, which won't be as long as this one, and this can stay in here just because the Gorilla shelves don't have solid bottoms on them and this one does, so this would be really good for certain things. I kind of just left these the way they were because I'm going to decorate in a few weeks for Halloween, so I'll reorganize them then because there's just way too many of them. But I got a lot done. The shutters are going to go back on the house in October whenever we paint the house. That's my old antique bed frame, so it just lives there. And then this is more organized than what it was. I still have some stuff to do. I want to start using these drawers, but they don't work very well. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. I kind of want to lift up the bench and take this out and get like plasticky type containers to put in here, so that way I can have way more like categories and be able to see what's in them. So that way majority of this workbench is cleared off and, you know, easier to get to the tools that I have organized. And then I still need to paint those, but I'm definitely not doing that until it's colder outside because it is way too hot in here. So yeah, got lots of work done. Now it's time to go paint. Okay, so I just moved that's not even all of it. I have 5 photo albums of mine not in here, but this is these 2, these 3, and then all of these packages up here are mine. Half of that is sitting on a bag that's full of stuff from my grandmother's. That one is my grandmother's, and then this is mine. That's a shit ton of photos. And there's some other, like you can see like some cassettes and stuff, so it's not all photos, but majority of it is photos to be gone through. I'm leaving my photo albums on the shelf in there for right now, but this is basically what we're working with. So I'm going to try and take all of this and narrow it down to scan and throw out, scan and put in a really nice book. So God help me. Okay, so I know that I'm wearing my painting clothes, but I never worked on painting that bedroom. So it's just not going to happen this week. I'm one step closer though because I bought the paint. So there you go. I just really didn't want to, by the time my friend's son got here to do my yard, I needed to eat lunch, and then I was like relaxing for a little bit before going up and down, up and down, up and down. I'm very much like, whenever it comes to like labor intensive stuff, I'm very much a do it in the morning type person. And so that's just gonna have to wait till next weekend. It is what it is. But I pulled all of the photos out here and I've gone through 2 of the bins. I have the really tall one completely empty, and then the short one that was on top of that is, some of them like are all sitting wonky, but they're probably a little over half full. And I've done an entire trash bag and an entire trash bin to throw away, including the negatives, because I don't need those. So I'll flip you around and I'll show you. So that's my bin to go through, scan, and I decided that while I scan them, I'll decide if I'm going to keep them or not. And while I'm scanning, I may decide to not scan some and get rid of some more. But that's the trash bag and the full trash bin, and that one is empty. So I have this, and then my binders, which I think I have 5 binders in my office. So I've gotten a little bit more done on Creatures Great and Small that I want to show you, and I'm gonna just keep stitching, I think, because I think that's the best plan, because it is now 6 p.m. So I'm proud of myself. I got some of what I had planned done this weekend. And tomorrow Tracy's gonna come over, and I plan on stitching, but I may also go through some more photos. I need to go through all of mine that never made it into books that are on top of the 3 other plastic bins. So there's that. I'm hoping that I don't want to keep too many of them. Those are all from college. All of them are from college. I took way too many. I took photos of everything with everyone and at every event, and I was in a sorority, so that's a lot of events and parties. And in the ag department, there was a lot of events and parties, and I just have so many photos. So yeah. And also, like, sometimes accidentally, like, you would get doubles. So a lot of what I've thrown out was like all the doubles, and then found all the photos from like our trip to Nashville and like London and stuff. And even some from whenever we were in Germany and Italy, and a lot of it was like landscapes. And like, I know which ones were like Germany and Italy trip and which ones were London, and obviously which ones were Tennessee, but like, why? There was literally no person in them. And, you know, cool. Why do we do these things? I don't know. Anyways, so I think I'm going to get back to stitching, because I'm really, really enjoying this piece. Like, really enjoying it. Okay, so this is where I'm at. I'm working on the tree, and so I'm pretty excited. So I have the tree, and then you have like Adam and Eve. I think Eve is the one on this side with like the shorter, like bob kind of hair, because it kind of looks like she's holding an apple. Not really sure, but the guy has like hair coming out. I can't tell which one is which, but I know it's Adam and Eve. That's all I know. But sadly, 3 of the colors in this tree I haven't pulled because I don't have them. So I'm going to try and do color substitutes. So we'll see. I'm going to pull probably either like the color up or down from the requested, if possible, like if it's in the same shade range, because I don't think it'll be that big of a deal, because I did that with the red. So The red is supposed to be 3721, which is the darker rosy wine color, and I did 3722, which is the medium version. And I really like how that's looking on my fabric. So like it looks darker on my fabric, kind of like it's supposed to, I guess. So I'm not too upset about that. So yeah, I'm gonna finish the part around here that I can do without those colors. Okay, so I moved the to keep ones to in here, and it looks like there's a ton in there, but it's really only just below this rolled up one because those just take up a lot of space. But I still have to go through these three. So if I can get all of this down to this one container, that would be amazing. So I have one completely empty container. I did all that stuff from the top of those, which was quite a bit. It was probably at least 1,500 of my own photos, 2 photo albums, and a bag full of, like, a stack of them. And then also I went through that little purple bin that had like letters and photos in it, and I kept the letters from one person, or from 2 people, because one of them is a good friend from Germany that I've had since high school, so I just like, I don't have very many from her, so I don't mind keeping them. And then the other one is from one of my dad's best friends who passed away several years ago. So I've just got these 3, so I'll slowly go through them. And that rolled one is a military photo, so I'm just gonna leave it in the roll. Once I am able to get it scanned somehow, I'll probably get rid of the original, because some of these rolled up ones are also military, but they're just so old that I'm afraid once I unroll them to scan them, they're gonna be crap anyways. So like I said before, there are some random stuff in these boxes. Like you can see like another cassette tape, and like there's like a little book or something in there. So these aren't 100% photos, but they're mostly photos. So that's my goal, 1 bin of photos to be scanned. And then before I went to bed last night, I didn't film before going to sleep, but this is how far I got on the top motif. I started, so I figured out who Eve and Adam is, because Eve has like a little, it looks more like a little skirt, and Adam's looks more like a little Speedo. I thought they were swapped because the hairstyles didn't make sense to me anyways for a girl or a boy. But also Adam, this single right here, he has 2 singles, but so I messed up the legs because I thought they were identical. So I stopped working on him. So my naked little Eve, and my tree is ready. And I finished picking out my colors. So I made other colored pieces, but I really like this color palette, and it's coming out really, really, really nicely on this fabric that I dyed. So you can see, so for this fabric I did tan first, which I didn't leave it in very long, so it's just like a muddled like white, and then I did sterling blue, so there's like darker patches of blue like up here, and then like, you know, it's more like grayish. I don't know, I really, really, really like it. I think the colors are looking super, super pretty on it. So anyways, that's where I'm at. I'm not going to be painting today. My friend Tracy is supposed to come over at some point, and we're going to watch Grays. There's Giz. We're going to watch some Grays, and I'm going to pretty much stitch for majority of the day, but I may go through some more of those photos. It's not as hard as I thought it would be. It is a little difficult because I'm going through 3 different people's photos, because some of them were my parents, some of them are mine, and then a big chunk of them are my grandparents' photos. And so, you know, I'm getting rid of, you know, like all the really blurry ones, or the ones that were my mom's whenever she was a kid, like that were like from friends, and like on the back of it, you know, it says like, to my friend. I'm getting rid of those because obviously they weren't family members. But there's like a lot of like family photos that like I kind of feel like, oh, I should send it to that person. But at the same time, like they've lived without it in their life. So I'm keeping like some of like the best ones, which it's a lot. I mean, it is a fair amount, but I'm keeping some of like the best ones from different events and stuff like that, and different like time periods of like people's lives, because I'm going to scan them. And I have an album on Facebook where I have a bunch of old family photos, and some of them were my parents and some of them were my grandparents. And so some of these I'll put up there, especially like if I don't know everyone in the photo, for them to like tell me who they are, but also so that way other people can grab them. But what I think I'm going to do at the end of this, whenever all of them are scanned, which is going to take time because I get very bored of scanning after a while. And it's not so much the scanning, it's like the afterwards, whenever you have to like, because I fill up a scan thing. Like I will put like 8 photos if I can on a scanner, and then I scan that, and then I go through and I crop them and then I do file save as, and then I save the picture, and then I undo that crop, and then I recrop it for the next one, and I do file save as. So you see what I'm saying? So that part of it takes too long for me. So that's going to be a long process for me, but if I can get it down to one bin, it won't seem as daunting, and I can work on it slowly, I think. Anyways, I think I'm going to make a CD, and it's going to have photos from both sides of the family. And I'll just send everyone a CD copy, I think, or if they want one, that they can grab. It won't be like a video. It'll just be all the files, and they can take which ones they want. So, anyways, that's that. If you want to see, a picture of me from 2006, I did find this. That's a really good picture, I think. I used to wear contacts, so you could tell, like, how back in the day, you could tell how blue my eyes were. I mean, they're still that color, but you can't tell anymore. But I wore contacts too much and too often, and it kind of ruined my eyes. So I have scarring now. So it's not recommended. He said you can do it for special events. Yeah, okay. If I have contacts in this house, I'm going to wear them every day. That's just the way it is. So I just keep them out of my house. Anyways, now I'm rambling. So I'm going to stitch, and then hopefully hear from my friend soon. And then I might do more photos because it actually has not been that bad. The worst part is that like my hands smell afterwards, like really bad. And I'm going to do a video about why I decided to do the KonMari method, and how it's kind of like helped me and stuff like that, and like my journey with stuff, basically. I want to do a video about that, but to put it short, my grandmother was a hoarder, and like could have been on one of those shows, Hoarder, with like the bugs and things like that. So they just, some of them smell. So that's another reason why I'm just kind of like, I want to get them scanned, and then I just want to chunk them. Some of them are just not worth keeping. If I want to keep the photo, I'd rather reprint it, have a newer one, like on, you know, like on the newer, like acid-free papers and stuff like that. Have a newer photo printed of some of these. Like I don't feel like it's necessary to keep some of the originals of these photos. If I want to scan them, I can reprint them, I think. That's kind of how I feel about it. So anyways, this is going to be a very like wordy, chatty, and it's also just long because it was like, for me, it was a 5.5 day weekend. So sorry, not sorry. Skip around. That's my best suggestion. Just skip around. I'll check in with y'all later. Okay, so I'm about to go to sleep. I did some more photos, so not as much stitching as I wanted to, but I did get more done. I also took a nap, and I don't know. I had like some I don't feel super great moments. So anyways, I have the tree done except for the leaves. So that's pretty exciting. And I was trying to color complete kind of the section that I have in the hoop. So I finished the bright yellow in the beehive. And then I did one of these trees because my goal right now is to finish this page. And so the edge over here had this tree. So I finished the whole little motif. So that's where I'm at. I absolutely love this pattern. Like really, really, really love it. Love working on it. So I'm excited to keep going with this one this week. But yeah, I'm about to go to sleep. I'm incredibly tired. And I have to go back to work tomorrow after 5.5 days of being off. And tomorrow is my mom's birthday, so I'm just kind of, I don't know, just kind of want to go lay down, I guess, go to sleep. But I will see y'all next weekend. Bye, guys.